Welcome back to the Power in Your Voice podcast. We would like to first say thank you to those who tune in week after week, those who share the link on various platforms. Thank you. Y'all, this season, we are excited to bring you some hot and new topics. We are ready to push you further into your destiny. If you feel stuck or even overwhelmed, I want you to tune in and have a mind of expectancy, because we believe that if you challenge it, it will change.
Welcome back to the Power in Your Voice. Challenge it and it will change. Y'all, this your girl, Dr. Linda. I am so appreciative to all of my listeners, all of my subscribers, the ones that, come in and out. But I'm so grateful to all of you all that tunes in and listen to the Power in Your Voice podcast. If we don't challenge you, nothing would ever change. In this podcast, we try to give you things to think about, to go and make some adjustments, maybe to look into your future even the more. However, I'm grateful that you tune in to the podcast. So with that being said, you all, I am so grateful for the team that I have and for their time. But we're going to be talking about the good old days. We're going to reminisce a little bit, y'all. I'm telling you, we was just having a conversation one day. And oh my God, the memories that came about when we were talking about the good old days. And so many great memories came about, like when you used to date. Y'all, dating used to be so humble. Oh my God. Dating is a little complicated now, but I just remember when you didn't have the money to take your girl to an expensive restaurant, and how the fun was in it was you didn't know, or he didn't know, if he had enough money to take you on the date. And what he would do is he'll allow you to order your food first. Oh my God. And then he would try to see if he had enough money to say, I can get me a meal. Or while you're eating, he would come back and say, are you going to finish that meal right there? Or are you going to finish that so he can have something to eat too? Y'all, let's talk about these good old days. Let's reminisce just a little bit on the Power in Your Voice podcast. Y'all, I got my son Wes here. He is amazing, y'all. I want y'all to know he got some good old memories about the good old days. Come on, talk to me, son. Talk to me, Wes.
What's up, Dr. Linda? Everybody, how y'all doing? Man, yeah, the good old days. I tell you, they keep you humble. They keep you humble, So, yeah, I remember them days of, man, just getting started out and didn't really have a whole lot, but man, we did the best we could with what we had.
Yes.
Man, we would go to get food somewhere, and man, we looking and making sure we're gonna be able to cover that tab, but man, I tell you, looking back on it, and man, we just thank the Lord for where he's brought us from, and where he's taken us to, but we don't forget our roots.
That's right.
We don't forget where we came from, and it really makes you appreciate even more all the good things that God has done, and it keeps you humble knowing that it hasn't always been this way. You had to work hard, you had to make sacrifices along the way, but to God be the glory, he was a keeper. I remember when my wife, when we were dating, we would go to, it was our favorite spot in Idaho.
Okay.
And the Top Hat. And man, we would go there, and man, I was just joining the military, and man, we'll be sitting there, and I couldn't let her know that I ain't have a whole lot, that wouldn't have looked good. So we would be sitting there, and I would let her order first, because when she ordered, that would let me know what I could order, and let me know how much money I was gonna have left over. So if she went big, I had to go small.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
But it was good
Oh
though.
Lord.
We thankful, and man, it's been great. So yeah, I tell you, but we talk about that now, and it keeps us humble. Keeps you from getting that big head, knowing that man, you had some very humble beginnings. So man, we give God the glory.
I gotta tell this
That
story right here, Dr. Linda. I will never forget. My husband decided one day we needed another car because we only had one good car, and both of us needed a vehicle. And so him and a friend decided they was going to the auction.
Yeah.
And so he in the auction just playing, just raising a little number. It came home, he was like, babe, I bought a van. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like, no, you don't understand what I bought.
It was.
Oh my God. He bought this van, y'all. It was the windows will roll down on their
Oh,
own.
man.
It
oh
will
my
backfire all the time.
Oh.
So thankful for my parents. They would never end. When they would come down, that was the only vehicle that we had to fit everybody
Yeah,
in.
man, we be riding.
we had
It
good
would be
time.
so embarrassing because at the stop sign, y'all, he would have to literally jump out the car, slide the window back up, and jump back in the.
Because you had to get it before the window went all the way down in the door because you couldn't get it out. So you had to grab it real fast.
Wow. Wow.
So thankful because at those moments, they're funny now. And just in case somebody is in that moment, I just want you to know, keep living, keep working
Yeah.
hard.
Yes, ma'am.
Your days will pay off. Just do things the right way, and the Lord will reward you. We are. I'm laughing so hard with tears because it ain't always been like this. But I tell you what, those are some of our best moments.
Yeah.
Those are the
Yes.
days that we really grew together, and I'm really thankful for it because where we stand today, none of this would be if we didn't have that.
Mhm.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
thought y'all
That is
I
so
thought y'all was gonna mention when y'all had the truck that the people in the back faced the opposite way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, that was a good ride. Kids love that. They was facing backwards, waving at the cars behind her.
well, what
They
made it
love that.
face backward?
So
What
illegal.
They love that. But the seat was anchored in. It was safe. It had seat belts. So they were good. They like riding
made
back there. It was good. But man, I tell you that was part of our man, it's stuff like that is part of your making. It makes you
That's
it
right.
makes you strong. It makes you strong. When you learn how to, battle and fight your way through, and you don't quit, you don't give up, but you do what you gotta do, and then man, after a while, man, the Lord bring you out. He bring you out on top. So
It was the
yeah.
moments of having nothing, but you felt like you had everything.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Now that's so true. You felt like you had everything. And it
Yep.
wasn't so complicated then. You know,
Mm-mm.
um, you all figure it out. Man, you better not bring no a vehicle home like that today. That might cause a divorce. You know, it is so crazy, but people look at you now and see where you are, but they don't even realize you had a beginning. You
Oh yeah.
had a good old days moments where you can now have memories and you can tell your children, we didn't start right here. Because sometimes your kids look at you and they try to, and please don't take me wrong when I say this, they try to get what you get, but they don't even know the struggles that you went
Yes.
through to
Oh yeah.
have what you have. Because you start telling a generation like, you got to start here, man, they'll look at you like you
Right.
crazy. But we built
Mhm.
memories in that. I mean, we
Yep.
had so much fun. Ebony, tell me about your good old days. Give me some memories, Ebony.
Oh, y'all, my memories. I got some too with the cars. I had a big old dent in one of my cars, y'all. And it would
I don't know if it was hitting the wiring or not when you was driving, but the car lights at night, they would dim out real dark and then they'll brighten up all of a sudden. So it wasn't too safe to drive at night, but we still held it down. And then I had my car, you couldn't, if you hit the cruise control, y'all, you know how you set the cruise to like 65, the car would just take off and hit like 90 or 100. So you couldn't even use the cruise control. I've had a car where you had to hit the gas and the brake at the same time at the stop sign so it wouldn't cut off on you. Y'all, ooh, we Lord. See, stuff like that just make me go to shout automatically because I'd be like, ooh, Lord, I just thank him. But y'all, I know with me and my husband, with our start, he didn't have a car at first when we were dating, and he would call his sisters to be able to take us out on dates. But like they said, those were the times that we built upon. Even being married, we hit a spot where we didn't have money. We couldn't go out to eat. I remember going to Walmart for date night and buying a $5 pizza, and we would just have to dress up like we was going somewhere.
Yeah.
But those were our times where we enjoyed each other. We had laughter. At first you kind of shame because you dressed nicely to go to Walmart to get a $5 pizza. And people like, where you going? Oh, it's date night. And you try to make it sound like it's meant to be, but it has to be like this. That's how that was. But in all of that, it taught us how to get along. It taught us how to love one another, because when you don't have nothing, how can you love somebody when that's all they have to offer is love, to be honest. Now you got this fancy restaurant, so you fall in love with the person that they're able to provide things, or oh, they make me feel good like this. But when you ain't got nothing, you ain't got nothing but to rely on, them for who they are. Are they corny? Can they make me laugh over this $5 pizza? Like, but now you overlook, oh, he corny, but I like he spent $150 on dinner last night, and stuff like that. So that was our beginning. We didn't have no vans with the windows rolling down, but we definitely had our times too.
People miss the real value of knowing how to love in today's world, because they have everything, and they don't fail to know how to carry one another. So when hard times come, it's like, I'm gone, because you never had to deal with the hard time, because we didn't have hard times. Most of the time today, they come in with having things already, and that right there is most certainly difficult to deal with in today's world, when we looking back at our beginnings, having nothing, like you said, but love.
That is so true. We were truly based upon love. David, tell me something about the good old days that you all have memories of.
Well, all y'all about near millionaires. We still young. We still living in it. Well, I guess y'all saying some car stories. I got a little funny car story. I know y'all remember that little BMW we used to have. And we sold it because, like, when I first got it, man, that car was cool. Like, the top was going down, everything was cool, right? And then as time started going by, man, that stuff started breaking down, bro. And it's a BMW, so that car's expensive, bro. And I remember we had moved to Houston, and it was like, hurricane season. It was raining all the time. Y'all, our windshield wipers went out. Our windshield wipers was not working. So y'all, we used to be driving in the rain, going like it was pouring, and we couldn't. Boy, God, good.
You couldn't even turn your wipers on.
I couldn't even turn the wipers on. But no, what everybody says, I think is good, because me and Jada be talking about this all the time. Like,
we live in this generation. It's like microwave generation. Like we see what we see on social media is a lot of young people, and it looks like they got so many nice things, and it makes this, the other young people in this generation be like, I want that right now. Like, a lot of young people aren't willing to go through the point of like not having much. They just want to be able to walk into the job and have the best, the highest paying position. They not start at what is it? What a little young airman. They trying to come in at a tech sergeant stuff. They want to come in at that point, but in reality is, we can't skip that stuff, because I think, like y'all said, we learn a lot in those points of struggle, and it makes us better people. But I just think it's sad to see young people, people in this generation wanting to get to that point so quickly that they even mess up by buying stuff that they really can't afford, because they want to, they want to flex. They don't want the van with the window going down, even though that's the best for them, but they want to go and buy a Corvette or something like that with this monthly payment that's gonna have them, struggling a little bit. But, I think it's good to have those points, because we learn so much and we become stronger. So no, I'm excited for the days, when me and Jada gonna be able to look back and be like, I remember when we had, that right there, and just be laughing about it, because it's definitely, even we had, it's brought us closer together, and it's made us, stronger.
That's good. That is good, y'all. It's always my time. I'm gonna come back with this good old days, because y'all, sometimes we need to reflect, and we'll realize how blessed we are. And as Pastor Renee said earlier, some of you may be right there right now, but we encourage you. Hey, it won't always be like this. Oh my God, he'll definitely give you favor in what is getting ready to happen in your life. So I would like to encourage you, hang on in there. It will get better. Talk to you next week with the same subject.
Thank you for tuning in this week. Our prayer is that you be encouraged. Know that life can be hard at times, sometimes even unbearable. But know, when we are weak, God is strong. Let's take off the world's expectation of us and ask God, what do you expect of me? We ask that you like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed week, and see you next week.